Modest Familia, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Kathleen, aka Naturally Modest, and today we are at our last and final video for the My Relationship with God series. I told you guys I'm gonna do a question and answer, a Q&A for you guys. I posted a question box post on my Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, I will put my @name here so you don't miss out on anything. But I posted a post on there just so you guys can ask me questions, and I got a few in today, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into that. If you are new, go ahead and subscribe to Naturally Modest Familia, and make sure you turn on your notifications bell as well so you are always notified when I upload. If you're interested in today's Q&A, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, you guys, so the first question that I got is really interesting. It's in my journal. That's why you'll probably see me looking down. It's really cute. It says, live the story you want to tell. If you guys can see that. There we go. Live the story you want to tell. But I'll be reading the questions from here. So the first question, when did you have your first experience with God? You guys, when I read it at first, I'm like, whoa, that's a really good question. So props to you, honey. But the first experience that came to mind was, I think I was driving to work. And my gas was almost at E, right? And this was years ago, like probably 2015, 2016. I'm almost at the E mark, but I know my car, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna walk by faith and not by sight. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah, I was walking on faith, I was driving on faith, and I work all the way at the outlet, so it took me like a good 40 minutes with traffic. So I'm like 10 minutes down from my street, and I see that the light comes on that notifies you when your car is about to run out of gas. And I was nowhere near a gas station whatsoever, so I started panicking a little bit, but I was just like, wait, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, okay? So I started praying out loud, praying in my heart. I started singing songs because I think I was already late too, so I couldn't even stop at the gas station, to be honest. So I needed to just get to work, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just singing, I'm praying, I'm like, Lord, just let me get to my destination, because you already know how hard it is out here. So I kept singing, kept praying, and out of nowhere the light turned off, and I was just like, whoa. Like, at that age, I was 18, I believe. I was just like, whoa, no, God is good. And from that point on till I got to work, the light was off that entire time, and I was just like, praise him. I had a little praise break. I was just like, wow, I think that was like my first personal experience with God, seeing him answer my prayer in that very moment. You know what I mean? Like, I was shook. So that's my first experience with God. And honestly, from that point on, nobody could tell me nothing. No one could tell me nothing. Like, God is real. I don't care what you gotta say. You'll be like, well, this and da-da-da, and bring out all science. Nope. My God is real. My God is true. And my God answers prayers. Okay. Next question. How often do I pray? Honestly, you guys, I pray throughout the day. You know where it says pray without ceasing? I feel like that will fit the description more. I don't pray every minute, every second, but throughout my day, I'm always saying a prayer. When I wake up in the mornings to do my devotion, I say a prayer. When I depart from my house, I say a prayer. When I leave from a destination, I pray. If something happened or somebody's cutting me off, and you want your instincts, like your flesh just wants to curse that person out or whatever case may be, but I'm just like, Lord, I pray that you be with that person that's in a rush, because I don't want them to get in an accident, and you cover them and you protect them. Like, I'm that type of person. You know, I'm not gonna come for you or whatnot. I'm gonna get annoyed by you because you're trying to rush me on the road, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna pray for you so you don't get in a car accident, because you never know what can happen. So I pray for that person. If I'm upset and I just need to calm down, I just go into a moment of prayer. Like, I'm just praying throughout my day. And there's a verse in the Bible, I'll leave it here. It gives you an outline on when you should pray. It's found in Psalms. It says to like pray morning, evening, and at noon. Y'all know David, King David, he wrote the book of Psalms. So if you want to have an outline on like when you should pray, morning, noon, and at evening is a good, you know, time to pray. But honestly, from that point on, just pray whenever. What matters to me is that as long as I talk to my Creator, as long as I talk to God. So that's how often I pray. Yeah, there's just no set number. I just pray and pray and pray. You can never pray too much. Next question, how do I stay consistent? I'm just gonna say, like, I think she means like my consistency within my relationship with God in general. Honestly, I had to pray for consistency, because there are times, like, you know, we think we could just be consistent and we try, and then it turns out that we've fallen off the track. And I realized, and I experienced that. Like, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do my devotion in the morning, and I'm gonna do a night devotion before I go to sleep. And initially at that moment, I didn't pray to God to give me that consistency. So at first I was doing good, I was on a roll, but after a while I started falling off of my night devotions. And then I realized that, wow, I didn't pray and ask God to help me to be consistent in my morning and night devotions. Because for the most part, I'm like really consistent. I've created a habit to consistently do my morning devotions, but I didn't have a continuous habit to do it for my night devotions. So I had to pray for that consistency, pray for God to give me that earnest motivation for me to be consistent within His Word. So that's how I'm able to be consistent. Once I pray for that consistency, I invite God in so He can help me, because, you know, we can't do anything with our own strength. And from that point on, you know, I create the habit and I just keep going. So that's my suggestion, that's my advice on if you're struggling with being consistent. You know, you better take it up with God and pray to Him to help you to be consistent, because again, with our own strength we can do nothing, but with God nothing is impossible. Okay, last question. It says, how do I find myself? Good question. Alrighty, so one thing that came to mind when I read this question is that if you want to know something, if you want to know the backstory of how something is created, you have to go to the Creator. You know what I mean? So if somebody built a house, and if you want to know more insight on how the house was made, you would go to the builder. You know what I mean? If you see a painting and you're just like, wow, this is a complete masterpiece, I want to get more insight onto how, you know, they came up with that creation, you're going to go and find the painter, the original painter. So with yourself, you're going to find who created you, and we all know that that is God. And God is not a human where you can be like, yo, like, how did you create me? Or can you tell me more about who I am and my purpose? But the way we can communicate with God is through prayer, of course, and we were just talking about that earlier, and it's also through the Word. There's so many verses in the Bible that talks about how God sees us, how much He values us, how He has created us to be, especially in the creation story in the book of Genesis. So again, the way that you can find yourself to truly know who you are is to go to the one that created you, and that is gone. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my insight on that. That is all the questions for the Q&A for the My Relationship with God series. I'm so sad that it's already over, but we're gonna have a whole nother series. God is helping me to come up with a new series, and honestly I think you guys are really gonna like it. It's really relatable, and a lot of people are experiencing it, so I believe it will be a blessing. So stay tuned for that. Again, keep on your notifications because a new series will be out shortly. Make sure you be patient, and again, keep them notifications on. But that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If anything stood out to you, feel free to comment down below what stood out to you. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I love you guys, and I hope you guys stay blessed, and remember to be naturally modest. Bye.